Does the Satanic Temple have free speech and freedom of religious rights under the First Amendment? That's the question that's dividing some Republicans right now amid a huge controversy over a satanic display at the Iowa State Capitol. We're going to break it all down, and I'll give you my thoughts. But first, welcome back to my channel. I'm Brad Polumbo. I cover all the crazy things from around the internet and in the LGBT community from a center-right, rational perspective. If you're new here, consider subscribing, like, and comment as we go along if you get a kick out of this video. And now, let's dive into some local news coverage to figure out what the heck is going on with the Satanists in Iowa.
Well, a satanic display at the Iowa State Capitol has been at the center of debate about free speech and First Amendment rights this week. Though the display was built with the state's full permission, many people have disagreed with the display's message, leading a Mississippi man to allegedly vandalize it. Local 5's Megan McPherson explains why the display has sparked national discussion and what both sides have to say about it.
Stephanie, with so much controversy surrounding this display, the Satanic Temple of Iowa tells me that they built it as a sign of religious freedom, a right protected by the First Amendment.
Two very different holiday displays at the Iowa State Capitol. One, a nativity scene. The other, a shrine put up by the Iowa Satanic Temple. The stark differences have sparked a debate on religious freedom and protected speech.
The First Amendment is very important in our ability to be able to identify how we do and coexist peacefully with people while being openly about who we are.
Iowa's Satanic Temple installed the display at the Capitol earlier this month, which includes the temple's 7 tenets or core beliefs. But the fact that it's legally allowed hasn't stopped people nationwide from weighing in with their opinions. Governor Kim Reynolds said in a statement she finds it, quote, absolutely objectionable, but did not call for it to be removed. While Florida Governor Ron DeSantis was in Des Moines Tuesday, he brought the matter up during his CNN town hall.
We're going to recognize Satan as a religion? That's wrong.
Opposition came to a tipping point Thursday as the temple shared their holiday display had been destroyed.
It's easy to denigrate us. It's so much harder to stand up for the Constitution and stand up for our right to speak, whether you agree with us or disagree with us.
This man, Michael Cassidy of Mississippi, has been cited with 4th-degree criminal mischief. Cassidy did not respond to Local 5's request for comment on why he allegedly vandalized the display.
The Satanic Temple of Iowa originally planned to take down this display today, but told me that it will remain up here at the Iowa State Capitol for a few more days. Reporting at the Iowa State Capitol, Megan McPherson, Local 5 News.
So as you heard in that news clip, some Republicans like Ron DeSantis are coming out firmly that this should not be allowed, even in the name of free speech and the First Amendment, and actually celebrating the person who vandalized the satanic display. In a tweet, DeSantis indicated that he will be personally donating to the relief fund for the person who was arrested after this act of vandalism. But other Republicans have defended the Satanists' right to have this display on public grounds under the First Amendment and free speech, even if they personally find it very distasteful and disagree with it. One of those Republicans is Representative John Dunwell, a state representative who is a man of faith but has spoken out in defense of the Satanic Temple's right to have their display.
Part of what, the First Amendment talks about is freedom of religious expression. And the greatest thing I'm afraid of is when government comes in and begins to be the arbitrator of what is an appropriate religious expression and what's not an appropriate religious expression. That scares the dickens out of me. I understand why we Christians get a little bit upset during the Christmas season that this display would be up. But I'm reminded that, the enemy thought his greatest victory was going to be the crucifixion of Jesus, but God turned the tables and created the resurrection. And here we have this thing up. And what was so beautiful is on Tuesday, I was part of a ceremony where 200 people gathered together for an hour and a half and filled it with worship and praise. And we put the nativity up, and we'll get to have that up for 2 weeks. And so it actually brought people out to, just remind people it's a choice here in America. It's a choice as a believer in God.
So here's my take. Put me firmly in the camp of Republicans and conservatives who might not like the Satanist display, but defend their right to have it on public grounds in the name of the First Amendment. If you want to have Christmas and Christian displays on public property like the Iowa State Capitol, you have to allow all religions to participate. That includes satanic displays. You don't have to like it. You can criticize it. You can even pray against it, like so many people did in this case. That's what the First Amendment's freedom of religion protections and the Establishment Clause, which prohibits the government from establishing or favoring one religion, that's what they demand. Frankly, it seems like some Republicans are being massive snowflakes about this. For years now, Republicans and conservatives and folks like me on the center right have made fun of woke campus progressives who think they need safe spaces to be sheltered from ideas that hurt their fifis. We've argued, and I think correctly, that in response to bad or offensive ideas, you should debate or debunk or even just ignore them. But what you shouldn't do is try to censor or block them from being allowed to exist or appear in public. So why do Republicans like Ron DeSantis suddenly feel different now just because it's a satanic display that triggers them? You can either have freedom of speech and freedom of religion or not have it. What you can't do is have freedom but just for my ideas, just for the ones that I like, not the ones I really dislike and I really find distasteful. Because, newsflash guys, a lot of people out there might find your religion distasteful or evil or hateful or bigoted or whatever. They may even view some of your beliefs to be as crazy as you believe the beliefs of the Satanic Temple to be. And to be clear, none of this is me defending or endorsing the Satanic Temple. I think their whole religion is kind of silly, and I have no interest in it. But I also should be clear about the caveat and the context that they don't actually worship or believe in Satan. Their religious beliefs are more nuanced and it's kind of more a protest against theism. You can go check out their religion and read more about it if you're interested. But the Satanic Temple is recognized by the IRS as a religion, as a religious organization. So it is entitled to the same free speech and free religion rights as any other religion. Now, some of these conservatives are arguing that Satanism isn't a real religion or it's not a legitimate faith. You're totally entitled to that personal opinion, but you should not be advocating for the government to treat legitimate religions differently from illegitimate religions. They've all got to have the same rights, or, oh boy, that's not going to work out great for you guys in the long run. Newsflash, but a lot of people think conservative Christians are not legitimate or are bigoted or hateful. I'm not necessarily saying that. I'm just telling you that's what a lot of society increasingly thinks. So if you want to start going down the path of the government deeming some religions legitimate and some not, that's not going to work out well for the traditionalist conservative Christians out there. You're literally undermining and compromising your own religious protections because you're so triggered by a display of Satan that you could just ignore. Again, you either have religious freedom or you don't. It's really that simple. It's also bizarre, honestly bizarre, after everything we went through with BLM in 2020, and I spoke out against all that, to see Republicans celebrating and supporting vandalism. Sorry, but actually, Ron DeSantis, vandalism is bad. You don't have a right to destroy or deface other people's property just because it triggers you and hurts your fifis. This guy who went and destroyed the Satanic Temple's display should absolutely be prosecuted for that crime. And any Republican apologizing or defending it is being a total hypocrite. To conservatives who'd like to see this guy get away with it, let me ask you, are you going to keep that same energy for BLM the next time they ransack or vandalize a police station? And do you really want atheists to be able to destroy your nativity scene if it upsets them and hurts their feelings? You can't have things only one way. Once again, guys, all I'm asking for is some basic consistency here. We either stand for religious freedom and freedom of speech and the First Amendment, or we don't. If we try to make exceptions for just the things that really offend us or really hurt our feelings, well, opening that door up, even a crack, undermines the ironclad protections that protect our beliefs and our rights and our freedoms. Is some silly display in a state capitol put up for 2 weeks really worth that? All right, guys, that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me or disagree with me. If you disagree, I want to hear what you think. Honestly, I'll read the comments. Let me know. And if you're still here, do consider dropping a like on the video. Clearly you found something about it interesting, because otherwise you probably would have clicked out by now. So comment, like, and do consider subscribing. We're growing so fast on this channel, from 20K to 92K just over the course of 2023. I'm so glad to have you all here with me. And with that, I'll see you all in my next video. But if you're not sick of me yet and you want more of my content, you can actually go here or here to watch some of my other recent videos for more content like this.